After my first year of the Jessup, we've become acquainted with a lot of attorneys and partners, which is one of the additional benefits of the Jessup competition, because you are further on familiar with the elite of the legal market, top 10 or even higher. And we've started communicating. He asked me whether I wanted to apply for any internship. I agreed. He said that I may do some assignments, which he circulated to me. I've accomplished the assignments. I was invited to the interview. All of 3 associates which were on the interview turned out to be former Jessup participants and judges. So Jessup made this interview shock much more easier to me, and that was actually the start of my legal career. Jessup is a huge family with the thousands of people around the world which gather on national and international rounds, and even some extra activities. They become friends, not only friends of the Jessup as the volunteer community of the competition, but just friends who've made their friendship via participating in the competition and having some common interests. For me personally, Jessup is a huge networking possibility, and I strongly recommend each young lawyer pursuing his legal career to take part in this competition, not because of the skills he may develop, he or she, but because you may be familiar and you may get acquainted with the top practitioners on the market. You are now a name, you are known as a participant, as a judge, volunteer, wherever. So the start of your legal career or its continuation might be much easier once you've entered this community. You're there forever, and that's the, I don't know, brilliance of this competition.
We are getting a huge amount of CVs, and the most important thing we are looking for is if a student took part in this or that moot court, because that is for us is acknowledgement of the fact that all skills that are mentioned in CV are really according to the level he or she mentioned. If we see that Jessup is among the list of courts that candidate took part in, that is for us a bright sign to invite this student for interview. As soon as this line is mentioned in CV, we can expect from a person, from a candidate, a bright technical skills, bright analytical and research skills. We know very well that this person knows how to work hard. He or she knows very well where and how to get information, how to analyze it and how to structure in a good way. And that is a big plus among all candidates that are applying for the position in a legal firm.
We, as a firm, value Jessup a lot. As I mentioned, 2 of our partners participated in Jessup, me and Konstantin Likarchuk, and we were the drivers of our team when we were at the university. Our third partner, Gleb Bonder, did not participate in Jessup, but participated in other moot court competitions. So all of us understand the value of moot courts. And the same approach we applied to many of our employees, many of our applicants. When they applied, we always thought it was a plus that someone participated in a moot court. And it just happened so that quite a few of our associates Jessup alumni. In my view, Jessup definitely helps in legal career. I mean, if you take my own case, I learned how to work really hard on a particular case and at the same time stay focused in the midterm and the long term for several months. Jessup helps develop your own stamina, helps develop your own reasoning. And that's what we, as employer now, really value in people. If we see that someone participated in Jessup, and even better, won the national rounds, that's a big plus for us as a law firm, because we know that student managed to find time during it's basically an extracurricular activity for him or for her, and he or she managed to find time outside of his or her studies and prepare for Jessup, prepare the written memoranda, to prepare all the analysis, to develop all these arguments, and then spend time participating in the oral rounds and possibly even going to the international rounds. That says a lot to us, that someone is really dedicated, someone is able to work in teams. That's a crucial element. Someone is able to apply the knowledge, to read the books and then apply these rules and theories to the practical case, and then to be able to present them, to present your arguments in front of judges, and that's really great.
So Jessup Competition, despite of the fact that it's the competition for students, it is actually a competition for beginner lawyers. You are a lawyer once you've completed at least national rounds. You may call yourself a lawyer, I believe. And a part of that is that Jessup rounds are a great hiring event. Since most of the judges are practitioners or associates partners in law firms, they have the ability to assess your performance, both oral and while grading your written submissions. So they can see who you are in practice, regardless of your academic marks or other extracurricular activities. Jessup is the criteria onto which the HRs and departments look when you apply to them. So I can easily say that if you have Jessup tip in your CV, it is one of the strongest points that you may have in your resume.